Hey there, and welcome to another edition of the Quantum Brief. Just kind of wanted to give you some news as to what's going on, some important things coming up, and some big things happening this week. First, as you can see, we've got some events coming up for Spock. I'm going to be at Mysticon this coming weekend, January 23rd through 25th at the Holiday in Tanglewood. It is a great event. It hasn't been around since COVID, and it's making a rebound finally. So we'll be there, and I'll be on some great panels. We have a Spock meeting on January 31st. That's the following Saturday, a week from this Saturday. That's at the Salem Civic Center. Helping out with Roanoke Awakens meeting February 21st at Maplewood Studios. And then we'll have another Spock meeting, the Salem Civic Center, the last Saturday of the month of February 28th. Let's talk real quick about this rumor that's been going around that on August 12th on 2026 this year, that Earth's going to lose gravity because of some NASA test or some variation around that. Again, let's put our thinking caps on. Logic would dictate, correct? This is not going to happen. And in fact, this comes around every few years or so as a rumor. But it's interesting that it derived from a British astronomer named Patrick Moore, who jokingly on, radio program back in 1976, jokingly claimed that a rare alignment of Pluto and Jupiter would reduce Earth's gravity for a moment, and he said people could jump and feel lighter. It was kind of an April Fool's style radio prank, and it's been recycled over and over and over again. That can't happen because obviously gravity isn't a switch. You can't switch it on or off, right? So there's just some logic to that. Nothing to worry about. Let's move on. Okay. My friend David Carter, who's in the Project Veilbreak group with Danny Goler, Dr. Paul Hynek, and many others. David and his wife Christina live here actually off of Bradshaw Road, and they're moving to Colorado because they can do work at the university there outside of Boulder, I guess. So he's moving out there. They just did a documentary, and they're shopping it for different streaming services. So that'll be coming out soon. They were also featured on a segment on CNN, and I'm going to play that for you right now. So if you don't know, Dr. Hynek is the son, actually one of the sons of Dr. J. Allen Hynek from Project Blue Book. He is currently the CFO of the Monroe Institute. He's also a consultant for several Hollywood studios. He's also a professor, mathematics professor at Pepperdine out on the West Coast. And basically, what you've seen there is someone that goes through the protocol, and if you were to ask me, sees the gateway to a different dimension, and it's repeatable. You capture data that people go in there and ask scientific questions about mathematics, physics, and you see things, and you see things that repeat. So, as crazy as it sounds, which 2 years ago I would have said that this was just a bunch of hooey, I got to know David, got to see this up close and personal, know who Dr. Hynek was, and have listened to several lectures and interviews on the internet related to this, and I am totally convinced. And I think this is the future. As we talk about UAPs often in Spock and related to quantum physics and interdimensionality, well, here you go. This is the gateway to a different dimension. Let's talk real quick about James Fox. James Fox, as you know, just had a documentary that came out. It was actually a follow up to the same documentary he had 2 years ago about the Varginha, Brazil UAP incident. And James is going to be at the National Press Club on Wednesday, the 21st, I believe. I'm sorry, January 20th at 11 a.m. So he's going to be at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. And he brought up a lot of folks from Varginha, Brazil, including physicians, firsthand witnesses. And let me tell you, the State Department wasn't too keen on him bringing these folks here. Let's watch a clip. Well, that's true. He actually eventually got them here, and did a little selfie video when they got into Austin, Texas International Airport. So that's still planned for January 20th, which will be Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, and I know that there will be several Congressmen, Burchett and Luna included, that are going to talk to some of these folks. Moskowitz probably as well. So they've got our attention. Supposedly, James had hinted at there was some kind of video of the alien that he's gotten hold of and that he would be sharing, but I'm not sure if that's going to come to fruition or not. I actually shared in the last podcast what I thought was a video of the captured alien, although it's not confirmed. This would actually be an official release of the video. So let's talk one more thing here. Mysticon. So let's see. So Mysticon starts actually Friday at 11. I've got the schedule here. but it actually starts Friday at 11 a.m. and goes through the weekend. But I'm in several interesting panels, and our friend Jonathan Bartholomew, who's local author, is also in several interesting panels. For me, it's going to be, let's see, Friday, Strange New Worlds, The Future of Trek. That's going to be Friday at 7 p.m. That's going to be in the Holiday Inn Tanglewood Boardroom. Then at 9 p.m., Star Wars The Saga continues in Ballroom D. The next day on Saturday at 11 a.m., in the boardroom, Aliens That Aren't Just Humans with Head Ridges. Then big gap in time where I can have some fun. And then that night, Saturday night, January 24th at 8 p.m., Lex, The Strange, Sexy, and Surreal. And then at 9 p.m., in Dogwood Room 1, there's going to be a panel discussion on alien archaeology. Looking forward to it. Again, I hope everyone has a great week and would love to see you either at Mysticon and or the Spock meeting on January 31st. Hope you have a great week.